Welcome back to school, 7th graders. School. It's me, Mr. Higgins, your world geography teacher. You may have forgotten who I was because we haven't seen each other in a while. Let's get started with today's lesson. Screen share, flip chart. There it is. Excellent. So you can see up at the top, our focus question for today is about apartheid. We're going to continue studying South Africa today, and I want you to be thinking about how does apartheid affect the people of color who live in South Africa. Lived in South Africa. Apartheid's gone now. Not a very long agenda today. I just want to walk you through this week's virtual map quiz on West Africa. I want to walk you through the fact check, which I'm assigning today, but isn't due until Wednesday. And then I'll end the video with just like a quick summary of the work that you should be doing for my class. But let's get started with some announcements. Oh, look at the picture of the dogs. They are so cute, Rory and LP. I'm so lucky. We went on a lot of hikes during the April break. More on that later. Guys, we're not going to do a Google Meet today. We will be doing our next Google Meet tomorrow. Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be my day. I'll have the link posted on the Google Classroom. Tomorrow's Google Meet session will be questions about any work that you have, and then maybe we'll share out about April vacation. And let's do that right now for me, because that's what I'd be doing if you were sitting in front of me. So let me talk to you about my April vacation. It was pretty amazing. I did a lot of dog walks, as you can see, made the dogs really happy. And then the most surprising thing is I became a gamer. Yep, I am now a gamer. Oops, hold on, let me do this. Oops, let me move this. Okay, hold on, technical difficulties are over. Look at this, I got a Switch, and I've been playing this game, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which is like the most fun, only I don't get a chance to play it as often as I'd like. More on that in a second. So just a word of advice. Easter was last week. Some of you may celebrate that. One thing I learned over the April break is you should not feed the Easter bunny, because if you feed the Easter bunny, it'll never leave. They're like stray cats. I mean, seriously, check it out. The Easter bunny has been at my house since last Sunday. So annoying. And he won't stop playing with the Switch. It's driving me nuts. Let's get into today's lesson. Enough about the Easter bunny. All right, so first up, virtual map quiz number 3. This week's map quiz is on the 17 countries of West Africa. Unlike the other map quizzes, I am not including the entire African continent on this one. It's just these 17 countries, So like, if you already know where Guinea-Bissau and Senegal are, which you probably do, or Côte d'Ivoire, or Mali, or the Gambia, that's right, a country with the word "the" in its name, then you're probably set. But if not, you need to start studying. So what you're going to do is you're going to log on to our Google Classroom. You're going to go to the classwork section where you'll find the doc for virtual map quiz number 3. Today, your task is to use the link, go to the website, and play or take the map quiz once, and then record your score down at the bottom of the table on your Google Doc. You don't have to submit it to me today. I've changed my mind about that. We're just going to submit them on Friday. Throughout the week, you'll be practicing. Hopefully, by the end of the week, you're up to 100%. You know your 17 West African countries. You can do it in a fairly quick amount of time, and then you'll submit it to me. Next week, we're going to do all 55. So if you want to keep practicing a little bit of that, you can, but I decided to make it a little bit easier. New assignment for today, fact check. I know you love fact checks. I know you've probably missed working on them. So I was like, what can I do for my 7th graders? I'm like, I know, I will make them a fact check. So you're welcome. Don't send me thank you emails. You don't have to do that. Only 4 questions, so it's not too tough. It's the reading from last week, case study in colonialism, focus on South Africa. And what I decided I'm going to do with these fact checks, because maybe this will make things easier, is I'm just going to review the questions. All of these questions are on the Google Doc. You know what your job is, but there are some specific instructions for each one. I want to make sure everyone understands exactly what I'm expecting of you. So the first question is a true-false, and the statement reads, a majority of the people living in South Africa were Afrikaner. In order to answer this question, you have to know a couple of things. You have to know who the Afrikaners were, and you have to know a little bit about the demographics, the population breakdown in South Africa. To answer this question, Either true or false, you need to support your claim after you've made it with 2 pieces of evidence from the text. Your second task is you're going to play Noah Webster. Remember we used to do that last year? Picture Noah Webster, dictionary, anyone, whatever. Your job is to define the word apartheid. You need to have a complete and thorough definition. A couple of words is not going to cut it. So make sure that you really look at the text, you pull out the most important parts, and you include them in your definition. Question number 3. There's a quote in the text that says, under apartheid, the best schools, the best jobs, and the best land were all given to the white people in South Africa. What I would like you to do is dig around the text and find some evidence to support each one of those claims. So a direct quote from the text that shows that, in fact, the best schools were reserved for white people, the best jobs were reserved for white people, and the best land was reserved for white people. So 3 different quotes that support each one of those points from the text. And LP, sorry about that. The last question is right from the end of the text. The white-led government created all these unfair laws called apartheid. We know this. And Black South Africans were treated really unfairly under apartheid. The Black South Africans far outnumbered the white population. So my question is, why didn't the Black South Africans just vote to replace the white-led government with some Black leaders? There's evidence in the text that should help you answer that question. To answer this one, you need a little bit of text evidence, and then you need to explain your thinking. You can paraphrase your evidence for this one. It doesn't need to be a direct quote. All of those instructions that I just went over are all written in boldface type. Certain words, I've changed the color of the font so that the directions should be really clear, so long as you can pay attention to them. Here we are, almost at the end. Your workload for today. Last week I assigned this Atlas Obscura assignment. Please make sure that you complete that and get it to me by midnight tonight. It's under the classwork from last Friday. Virtual map quiz number 3, you should take your pre-quiz today, maybe do a little studying. The fact check isn't due until Wednesday, so you could start working on it if you're feeling super ambitious, or you could put it off till tomorrow. And I graded a ton of work over the break and returned most of it to you. I updated PowerSchool. You know how I work. If you want to make some revisions using the feedback that I left you, you are welcome to do so. Resubmit it to me and gain yourself some extra credit. So that's it for today, guys. I would go play my Switch, but I guess not, because someone is a total game hog. It's totally ridiculous. Don't feed the Easter Bunny. All right, that's it. Peace.